So my name is Krystal Hille. I am the founder of Hill House Publishing, and I'm a soul leadership mentor and embodiment coach. And really my passion is to bring conscious leaders together to share their message, elevate their message in a bigger way. So I create multi-author books and bring thought leaders together to give them the opportunity to come to a global scale. And really what I love doing, like my area really is humanity. And that's a huge topic. Like I'm so passionate to bring more compassion into the world, to enable those who have walked their walk to empower and awaken humanity into deeper levels of sovereignty and connection. How did you know that out of the many, I'm going to go with business coaching because, I think we are all into being entrepreneurs and engineering greatness. So it's about like, how did you know which business coach is the right one for you? They might all talk the same language. They might all sell the same thing. I'm giving you clarity on your message or whatever it might be. But the way they communicate that, and then the story, the backstory that made them passionate about this particular subject, that's unique to everyone. And that is like our signature, our soul signature, so to speak. And that's what I'm tuning into very consciously when I'm looking at a new business coach. I'm listening to them on several levels. I'm listening to what they're saying, but more importantly, I'm listening to how they're saying it and how I feel about what they're saying. Does it deeply touch my heart? Does it resonate within me? Or is it like, oh yeah, that sounds really interesting, but that's it. It stays in the head. So I think values have a lot to do with my starting point. Sometimes, and what are my values is coming from Dr. John DeMartini talks about our voids create our values. And what he means by that is whatever was missing or perceived as being absent as a child, for example, is then something we place a lot of value on, and we will see. Questions I always ask is, if your life was a movie, what would it be called? So we can look at movie titles and see, okay, what is the theme? What are the themes of my story? And we've had some really interesting ones. Like one of my favorite ones is 7 Concussions to Enlightenment. It's a beautiful, because I have a lady in my book who literally had 7 concussions because the universe was smacking her in the head because she needed to learn a certain lesson. And it just took that long because sometimes, we don't learn it the first time, or most of the time we don't learn it the first time. We have facts and we have stories. And we can bring the facts alive by infusing them with our personal stories, with our examples, with our life experience. And that is why, as entrepreneurs, there's no two people doing the same thing, because we come at it with different backgrounds, with different stories. And so if we want to become even more successful as an entrepreneur and step even more into our greatness, these stories that have made us who we are need to come into the facts that we present to the world.